Wide gave an update on dancehall artist Squash, stating that federal prosecutors now take charge of Squash case. Now, just a few hours ago, we got an update on that. US feds target Squash as the leader of a transnational gang.
Federal officials in the United States appear to have Squash in a difficult position. The artist was arrested on February 24 this year during a traffic stop in Miami. He was hit with gun-related charges after a modified Glock pistol was found in the passenger side of the glove compartment in the vehicle he was traveling in. Squash pleaded not guilty to illegal possession of a modified weapon and possession of a concealed weapon without a permit. On May 15, federal prosecutors sealed a criminal complaint against Squash. Weeks later, on May 27, the Six Boss was given a trial date in Miami after attorneys had filed 24 motions and notices. That's when the feds swooped in, telling the judge in Miami of their intention to take over the case. The feds say Squash is known to law enforcement as an active member and leader of a transnational criminal organization that engages in various forms of criminal activity. They say the file on him dates back to 2017, when he was issued a tourist visa to enter the United States. Squash entered the US on May 8, 2019 and left 2 days later. According to the court documents, his first run-in with the law in the US occurred in 2023. At the time, Squash and 2 others were pulled over by officials from the Broward Sheriff's Office. During the traffic stop, it was discovered Squash had entered the US illegally on January 20, 2021, without being inspected at any checkpoint. The authorities were told by an informant that Squash had entered the US illegally via the border. Apparently, Squash, the so-called leader of the G-City gang, fled Jamaica after the gang became embroiled in a deadly feud with a rival gang. The feds say that conflict began in St. James and spilled onto the streets of Florida. Squash was handed over to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, where he was detained for nearly 2 months awaiting removal proceedings. The removal proceedings remain pending, but Squash was released on bond after he and an American citizen got married while he was in detention. The feds say that same woman is the one who bought one of the guns that Squash was held with after a traffic stop in late February this year. The FBI say they have probable cause for Squash to be charged with being an illegal alien in possession of a firearm and unlawful possession of a machine gun. Both charges carry maximum sentences of 10 years in prison, which could be extended to a mandatory minimum of 15 years in prison if there are 3 prior convictions. There is also the strong possibility of deportation if convicted. For the time being, Squash remains a guest of the Federal Bureau of Prisons at the Miami Detention Center. Come September 2, USA versus Whitaker gets underway in the Southern District of Florida. If Squash wants to avoid going to trial, he has until August 26 to enter a plea agreement with the government.
You see this present-day dancehall music here, where we see I go on about the place, the trap music and the trapper them and all these things. It the thing. It really the thing, the whole society. And when a man tell you say the music now have nothing to do with nothing, it's foolish to see my talk. Because he was influenced by our next DJ, and our next DJ was influenced by the next DJ. So don't talk about say it's the parents them should not look after them. The parents them is looking after them picnic as far as them can do it. You is responsible for take it to the next level. You don't responsible for carry it, go way down in the pit. And you're some big artists or some big dreadlocks, respectable Rastaman I tell man. How come mothers become a bad word all of a sudden? Man used to talk that long time, but it's the first time, if you tell a man that you know, you hear them fight. No, it's a normal thing like Ras. You know, man, that's a Ras. Mothers become bad word, Rasta. Your mother become a bad word. When a man tell me that it's a bad word, you tell him, you know. So how it reach a stage, eh? How it reach a stage where man just make video with man in a body bag and gonna run around the car and all them things there. And you to watch that and who not talk about say that now have nothing to do with nothing. It's mad, no mad man. Because you can make little money here, so no money there, so money here, so. When you think say money is the power. Look here, man. You say today for you and tomorrow for me, it's straight going on. So you really depend on the IRS right now. And you can make some money and, you know, whole heap of girls and champagne and all them something there. But watch down the line. Because the same thing where your project out there going to turn back and bite you. Because when you're a little youth, we watch the YouTube and the this and the that. When them grow big and see them something and see them father, I project them something there. What do you think him going to do? When him grew up in a system, in a community, where all him can hear and all them something like, and him started and everybody a laugh when him say it. I see some video where he could 5 years old that says everybody a laugh like it's a joke thing. What him not dealing with? After Jamaica put the world on the map, I say Jamaica put the world on the map because the world was so such a situation where Jamaica come rise up that with the music and liberate a whole heap of people that them distress in our apartheid system, in our struggles, right across Europe and Africa. The music uplift the people them and carry the people them on a certain level. And now we see some little youth are going like them not have no sense. And we don't have sense, you know, we don't have sense. But see this little money vibes and this, that and girls vibes. Watch when you no grow tight when you go in though. A whole heap of ones, can remember me tell her daughter say what will happen, you know. And I see now, what, 30 years, 20 odd years after I see she turn Christian. And now against other ones now. After me don't tell her for a long time. But watch her now, you see the thing going out. You're sorry for Magadog and Magadog turn around and bite you. And right now, I tell you now, you not mess up the thing. You not carry the thing going right down in the abyss. You not carry the thing on a level now where, I tell you, it's dangerous. Dangerous.
We go a dance, we listen, and jump up in them here, say, kill a batty man and all them something there. So now, we know, say, the promotion of homosexuals, make it reach this point, was done by the DJ them. Is it DJ them? Give the homosexuals big voice right now that them can come out so loud now. To attack Jamaican people, you know. And why we say that now? But, make we talk about something here. I want to talk about something here, Rasta. A couple weeks ago, we did that talk about how, well, everybody by now know that the sponsors, these companies who usually sponsors reggae show, come out and say them going go boycott artists who profess violent lyrics, as them call it. Violent lyrics. Them claim say them going go protest it. Them not going to put no money behind a reggae show that have no artists that chant no violent things in the society because violence is big in the society. We did come out and we did say, well, it's a hypocritical thing because, ironically, because them did have a man, the sister, the entertainment boss did have a man from Digicel who did that. When he was asked the question, is it because of the pressure of the homosexual community in England why these sponsors decide to do this now? The man said, no, it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Well, we hear it from internal. We have some little people where internal that at that meeting, specific meeting, it was a toss-up about boycotting homosexual lyrics. And somebody in the meeting say, no, you can't come out and tell Jamaica, say, you have a boycott homosexual lyrics. So them decide, so them are going to say, them are going to boycott violent lyrics. That is hypocritical because me don't know, say, it's not violent lyrics them against, it's homophobic lyrics according to them. Because violence in the music for a long time against the woman them, gun music, gun lyrics, and no sponsor never come out and say them nah sponsor no show with violence in the music. Until some guy some homosexual guy in England now come out now, you hear everybody a jump on it now and I say, well, yes, too much violence. Violence in the music, and we call pan for years now, we are called pan radio station, we are called pan artists, we say stop the foolishness. We even talk about the whole heap of homophobic so-called lyrics were in the music, and we said, you not promote the people, them will stop doing it. The gun lyrics now work out, the abuse against the women them in the music. So the man them come out now hypocritically. I want to mention that we didn't even mention Warrell King in the program, because we did say when Warrell King did have him band, when starting band him saying say him now back certain artists. I think him say him that one time when he was supposed to back Lady Star, him say him now back Lady Star. Whole heap of people say a foolishness that, this and that, a foolishness that. Alright? It go on and go on. We see now. Them come out now, so them getting violence lyrics. Well, it's lie them telling. Lie them telling. These people who come up, these sponsors, cause we, when we say we now, we are talking about cutting edge as no Mutabaruka. Cause it's only one man can take off his program off of the radio. And that is beside your West Dog Dive officer. So, and we are saying, watch out now. Those sponsors is hypocritical. And if a guy come tell you say, it's because him no come to. It's like a little bird come flying at me and say too much violence in our music. From 1980s, violence in our music. And none of them never said them go boycott it until now. And we there upon the radio attack every day. We all cuss all this radio station because this radio station are guilty and enough things. This radio station where we see we attack upon here so now. It come like nobody not dead if you listen to certain music we are play upon the radio. The lyrics are certain music we are play upon the radio. Especially in the day. You know see, because we there at the night so. And we have play certain music when people go to bed much less than the bright day. It's like people now listen to tune because every tune play on radio now, you know, every tune. You have IRFM, we have Play the Madness, Zipper Play the Madness, Fame Play the Madness. I mean, you name it, them Play the Madness. Nobody now curtail, we are going. So it get out of hand. Alright. So now, these sponsors who never did listen to the radio all the while, because them don't know nothing about radio. All them know say boy, them can't make a money off a certain show. Them come now and them tell people say boy right now, them against violence in the lyrics, in the music. So them not put nothing. And me I declare say, them not against violence in the music. Them against the homophobic lyrics in the music. You know why we say so now? Because Sting, the greatest one-night show unheard according to them. Sting said, them going to make the artists them sign. Listen to where I go on now, you know. Them going to make the artists them sign, say, them not going to promote no homophobic lyrics, pan Sting. Watch a man. Homophobic lyrics, pan Sting is not the problem, you know. You know what is the problem? The throwing of buckle. That is the problem. But every year you hear say, no buckle now go enter in the place, no buckle now, and man throw a buckle same way. You know what is the problem? The problem is not the homophobic lyrics. The problem is a man come up and say, man fi dead, gunshot in a marrow and this and that and kill man in a this and that and all them things. No, you hear the woman talk about AK, throw the AK over the wall and all them things. You think a lie she tell? You have dance go so no, you know. AK-47 coming and lyrics, no, you know, Rasta. Alright. Where the hypocrite them there? Where the hypocrite them there, Rasta? So make guys from England telling us say, we have to stop homophobic lyrics. And now, Sting now, I got ban homophobic lyrics. So what I'm to all the other gun lyrics them? Oh no, me no hear nobody attack the gun lyrics that perpetuate itself amongst young people who are listening to certain artists. They don't know nothing about Jimmy Cliff and Dennis Brown and all them man. They don't know about Vibes Cartel and County Killer and all them man there. You know see? What happened to these lyrics? We incite violence. We don't talk about violence against specific people. We are talking about violence against Jamaican people. Me can't call them, you know, because I call all them, you know, because I'm a brethren, you know. And if a man can't take criticism and feel me, I fight against him. I feel bad luck that. Alright. The brethren named Anthony B. And I talked to Anthony B one time, and I say, Anthony B, why every time you go up on the stage, you have to talk about homosexual Rasta? You can't find, I mean, you hear you with some lyrics, Rasta. Can you remember when the first time Anthony B make a tune with band and me call Anthony B on Tony Rebel show and say Anthony B cut the music and say the poem, say the song without the lyrics. And when they band that tune there and me stuck so I read the lyrics on the radio. Alright. Anthony B, me look at Anthony B and me say Anthony B. Yeah, me say Anthony B. Why every time you go up on the stage, you can't say something else without I talk about homosexual Rasta, because sometimes when you say them things, the man start to look at you for the know that start to say, wait, I wonder if moved about the man or alright. You know what he said to me? He said, boy, if you go up on the stage and not mention homosexual, in brethren, them are going to say, in bow. What kind of talk that? Yeah.
If you want to take a stand, take a stand.
Yeah, that means him not take a stand, you know. I'm brethren, them might try stand up, say the boy right now, from him not say, in brethren, them are going to feel that way. So, That lead me to say now, say, a whole heap of artists really go up on the stage because them feel, say, in brethren. Insecurity. All right now. So we go now. So Sting now, come now and say, no, homophobic lyrics. What happened to the gun lyrics them? The violent lyrics them? What happened to the lyrics them? Where degrade the Jamaican black woman? A man can come and sting and say anything but don't say nothing against homosexuals. You don't understand that? Yeah. And this is the talk now in Rasta. A man can come and sting and say anything but don't say nothing against homosexual. What kind of madness that, Rasta? Me vex about it, you know. Me vex about it, Rasta, because you tell me now, say, an artist can't say nothing. Because I talking against homosexual don't mean say I'm homophobic, you know. I am not homophobic, you know, Rasta.
And that is the distinction where only for people
don't make him see if you got sex homosexual, you're homophobic.
You would want to kill them or something.
No, it's not so it go. You can't go tell. Watch your man, you can't tell a nation of people. Say, you know what? Talk about anything else, but don't talk about homosexual on a show, Rasta. No, that get kind of weird now. It get kind of weird, Rasta. You know why it get kind of weird? Here why it get kind of weird now. We're going to talk about Capital now. All right. Now a newspaper here from England. Now, couple weeks ago, we mentioned an article where some homosexuals did a lick against Thatchell. And them said that them not really mind the lyrics them. Because as a matter of fact, them feel good. You remember? When them hear TOK tune, them say the Chichi tune with TOK though would be more accepted in a homosexual club than a heterosexual club. So them don't personally not really mind it. So them not really watch Thatchell. Alright, so you have a whole heap of homosexual out there, including Jamaica, will go a dance, go listen, and jump up when them hear say kill a Batman and all them something there. So now we know say the promotion of homosexuals, make it reach this point, was done by the DJ them. Is a DJ them. Give the homosexuals big voice right now that them can come out so loud now to attack Jamaican people, you know. And why we say that now? This article in the New Nation magazine, newspaper, the headline, "Thank you, Thatchell. Big picture Capital, anti-reggae protests is free PR, says Capleton." Alright. Psychologically, Capleton are used where the homosexual them use to justify say why them not really mind it. So Capleton now in the article say, well, him not really mind where they want to write now because it give no publicity. Alright. Which is not the bad used to say that. They must say about him, they say. They must say no, them no mind that these guys that say these things, because look they know, Thatchell name become headline everywhere in the world now, you know, Rasta. Me see them mention Jamaica about homosexual thing from Jamaica, from CNN this morning, you know. Alright. Here the article say now, controversial reggae star Capleton has expressed his gratitude to gay rights campaigners for giving him free media exposure. This is what the homosexuals were saying, that the DJs was giving them free media exposure. One hand is watching the other, no, you know. One hand is watching the other, no, alright. Speaking exclusively to New Nation last week, Capleton thanked Peter Thatchell. Now, Peter Thatchell is the head, is him start the whole furor about the thing. And the outrage campaign for providing him with free publicity to promote his latest album. He said, "I want to thank Peter Thatchell." This is quoting Capleton now. "I want to thank Peter Thatchell." Now, this is not when I lick against Capleton, because you know, she have some idiot boy out there now, when they attack these people, when I attack him, you know, we just say that we're good for the goose, good for the gander. And that same like, oh, we did show them say, them are promote homosexuals. It's so now we see the homosexuals and promote them. You understand? So a man must check out the ideas, the psychology behind the thing, you know. Alright. He said, quote, "I want to thank Peter Thatchell. I'm grateful to him and his organization for all their publicity. I've been in the business for 13 years and I've never had so much attention from the press." No, this is what Peter Tatchell saying in England, you know.
Yeah.
See, a long time him a homosexual and he never get so much promotion until now, you know, Rasta. You know, see it? Alright. News agency, this is continuing now with Capital. News agencies from all over the world want to speak to me. CNN, NBC, and some of the biggest newspapers in America. I've never had so much publicity before, even when I was in the Billboard charts. Brethren.
Like a marriage.
Yeah, brethren. No. We give thanks to certain things in Rasta, but you see things that come up to bump, you see things come up to bump, you know, Rasta. It come up to bump, you know. This is the bump, you know, it's like festa now, you know, and it want a nigga to push night, make the bump go down, you know.
It reached the point where they just have to go to cut out them lyrics there, you know.
They know see what happen, man. They know see what happen. You know see what happen, brethren. Me I say. But we no business with them, Rasta. Me no business with them. If a man bring it to me, you know, me know me I go do it, you know, Rasta. Police, thief, or nobody, you know, me no business with them, Rasta. If a man ever bring that to me, you know, I mean, me no believe in that killing, you know, Rasta. But if a man ever bring that to me, no, me, Bars, watch a man. Me not business with where a man want the road is so. But you see, come in a my little space as you know. This way you're in a my space, you know. Me and you in a problem. You understand? I mean, I go preach a man to kill you. Me not go do it. But me know why you come in a my space. Yes. And you can't tell me no, say. If me see something over there, so. If me see a prostitute over there, so. Me can't say where right now. Prostitution, yeah, prostitution not really something where you should really deal with. I mean, I understand prostitution, but me not see. They just tell me, say, me can't talk. For me, go mention what the business now, me can't say nothing about it, Rasta. Eh? What kind of thing this? What am I put with that, Rasta? Eh? What am I put with that? Them stop Caesar from going through the airport, I glad that, Rasta. What is this? Alright, now. So keep it on now, I say. Never in a film history of performance, him get so much publicity, and this is who are giving the publicity now. The homosexuals, them are giving the start out the publicity for him. And him did publicize them in the beginning, and now them start to publicize him. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious alliance, so go ahead, so. Alright. Capitan believes the controversy surrounding reggae artists and their homophobic lyrics has been blown out of proportion. Alright, Capitan gives time. Alright, next page. He said last week, the problem is that it is impossible to translate Jamaican patois into standard English. In Jamaica, an entertainer will perform at a show, and when he comes out the stage, if his performance was good, he might say, I murdered the crowd. It doesn't mean he literally killed his audience, likewise. A taxi driver who has just dropped off a customer might say, I've just shot a customer. But it doesn't mean it literally. That's just how it talks. Alright, Capitan might not mean literal because he says metaphorical in attack. Well, obviously fire is metaphorical in most language because the Bible says, John say, I baptize you in water, but there's one coming who I will baptize in the Holy Spirit and with fire. It now means that John the Baptist is going to put Jesus in a fire. You know, see, there's a metaphorical language. So Capitan is understanding this metaphorical language, you know. But I don't believe, say, if a man say, gunshot, either boom bye, either Batman head, if he talk metaphorically, I don't believe that. I don't believe when a man has say, informer if he dead. He might tell you, say, boy, right now, if you see something wrong, go on, you know if you tell no authority to rectify it because you're dead. I don't think say metaphorical language that you know, Rasta. Alright. No, definitely not. Yeah, alright. So we understand the metaphorical language that is used when it's a fire, because we come here fire. I know Rasta start the fire thing. At church people, we hear church people that sing about brim fire and brimstone and God go burn you up in the bottomless pit and all these things and hell and damnation and all them things there. So the fire did it a long time, you know. Alright. So all we do know is put it on record and popularize it. And it come like say no, we are the cruel persons. You know, see it. Anytime we talk about fire, them things say, so this way I are. Yeah, them hear it on radio. Alright, so Cape Town now comments follow a week of controversial debate surrounding reggae artists and their lyrics. Last week, a UK tour by another controversial reggae icon, Sizzla Kalonji, was cancelled after newspaper reports linked reggae music with the death of David Marley, a gear barman in London who was beaten to death following a spate of robberies. You know what them are doing now? I can tell you what them are doing. This is serious thing going on, you know. They are spreading propaganda in England that we are killing homosexuals in Jamaica. We're running them down and killing them. Yeah. And the homosexuals who leave Jamaica and go to England is saying that is true. That is what is happening, you know. That is why it come on CNN this morning, you know. Yes, it's lie. It's lie. Nobody now identify no homosexuals who go beat them Rasta. We say it. Watch out, man. We will say it once and we will say it twice. Most homosexuals that dead is them boy kill them.
And most man in Jamaica know a homosexual.
Yes. Them now run him down. Alright. Marley Aguirre. 6 youths, 2 white boys, 2 white girls, and 2 black boys have been arrested over Marley's killing. Home Secretary David Blunkett officially banned Sizzla, real name Miguel Collins, from Britain last Thursday. Police slammed media reports that linking reggae music to Marley's murder. A Met spokesman told New Nation the inquiries they have conducted since complaints were made regarding certain lyrics and the seeking of advice from the CPS with regard to them is a wholly separate matter to the recent murder inquiry on the South Bank. The 2 matters are unconnected and concern officers from completely different departments. Reggae producer Blacker Dread of Black Music Council was surprised by the cancellation of the Sizzla tour. He told New Nation last week, I was amazed when I read the reports in the national press associating the killing of a gay man with reggae music. There's no link between reggae and the killing of David Marley. I think it's disgusting that the reggae death, the tragic death of a human being, regardless of whether he is gay or not, should be used as a weapon against reggae music. Gay rights activists claim the popularity of 8 reggae artists, Cape Town, Sizzla, Bushman, and Tisdoeda, in the 8 TOK, Vibes Cartel, and Elephant Man is responsible for 10% rise in homophobic assaults over the past year, although they are yet to come up with any proof to back their assertion. What you say? We have weapons of mass destruction. we have weapons of homo destruction. It's a serious thing, you know. It's a serious thing. But alright, the point when we really are trying to make is this now. Because we have come down when it started. We just started for this. It started, yeah. Because we have bring the thing to the nitty-gritty. What we talk here. We should take advertisement. Watch out now. The point is this, that we have been speaking continuously that these artists is promoting the homosexuals. We keep saying it over and over. And if we keep promoting the homosexuals, they're going to become like what? We're not going to make them become, you know. Now, the homosexual is so big now that they are giving our artists the biggest promotions them ever get in their career. You know, see it?
True to them issue.
Yeah. So it's a thing that we have to really check. Do you really want
the level of power where them have and the reach where them have?
Do you really want to say that you give thanks for the homosexuals for big job? I mean, you know, because the homosexuals them feel good to know say them a get big up. You know, see it? It's a thing. So we have to really check it. Now, in the 80s, you know, when Shabba Ranks come out and talk, it was gun lyrics and it was about.
It's like you would have said then
I know, get big, you know. Ladies are big artists, you know. Same thing Shadow, you know, them banner from down the south. You see, alright now. In the 80s, you know, in the 80s, Shabba Ranks it come as one of them what they call obscene artists. We get big. Yeah. Like ladies are now get big, you know. Ladies are big artists, you know. Same thing Shadow, you know, them banner from down the south. Down a Montego Bay, you know. Yeah. But she no business. She just go and do what she do, and now she get big. So look more so here, everybody has said, boy, if she have a number one tune on Billboard, you know, like that. Like that day we have talk about Hillel, you know. The first thing them say about Hillel, you know. Them say, them will tell you about the whole of Hillel, Israel Hillel, they hear them now. Sean Paul, who has gained international recognition, was a past student of Hillel. You think them would have said that? No. You think them would have said that if he never said millions out there? Them nah say that, you know. Because to them, Sean Paul lyrics is not much to be desired. Dirty Cup crew and all them today. Them nah go say that, but it's true now internationally. Him can give 5 million to poor relief and all them something there. Him get big. So the same thing with Shabba Ranks now. Shabba Ranks come with the nastiest lyrics them. And everybody loves Shabba Ranks. Alright now. Shabba Ranks have a tune named Dembo. Dembo. And it's when a tune they get big, every man starts singing who are eat on the table. Who, for those of you who don't know what eat on the table is for foreigner, it's called oral sex. Right? Oral sex in Jamaica is called eat on the table. I don't know why the man will come at table, but I don't know why the man. I don't think we eat pants up on the table. Eat on the two-foot table. But in the 80s, it was a big thing, you know. It was a big thing. Every artist come on stage and I said, all who knows them no bow put up them on, and all who knows them no this put up that. And watch a man. No, it's still going. In the 2000, we are going to show you an article where we book up in the newspaper. It's a serious thing. The article said, from them bow to take. Alright, part of the article said, it was not so long ago that practitioners of oral sex were the target of DJ's wrath, with death advocated as the punishment for those who went below the 2-foot table. The man used to come and say, dead to just like what the matter what we say, the dead to any man where suck woman and this and that, you know. Alright. These days, there is a much more relaxed stance, at least, on receiving the once taboo act. Given it, nobody has pushed that so far. Shabba Ranks had the classic anti-oral sex song in Dembo, coming out in the early 1990s. Dembo took no prisoners, as it said. That was serious stuff indeed. However, just over 10 years later, I can turn on my television and see Vibes Cartel in full flight on RETV chanting out the lyrics to take. And when he hits the part about the doorknob, he allows the screaming woman at the front to alaba that a go cause you a blow job. That means you can't say that on stage, no, you know. 10 years ago, if you say that on stage, you know, man, stab you in your neck, you know. Yeah, they are not old, they are not hiding. They look most enthusiastic, as they are certainly not ashamed. This is a hell of a turnaround, considering that in the mid-1990s, Lady Saw said on the Joyride rhythm, it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me fi bow and me tell him fi flee. Looking back, the closest I can identify as a turning point in the male attitude to receiving oral sex, at least on record, was when Baby Sham questioned which girl and which girl say she nah duck right, you know, at that run the cut. Me
which girl and which girl say she nah
which girl and which girl say them nah, yeah.
Run the cut.
Yeah. Me hear them turn over when me girl a clean when she get the style I was. This is a serious thing. He got a little flack from 1 and 2 DJs, but there was no huge furor. In the new millennium, Cecile comes with a song and video about the woman's joy at receiving oral sex, urging the men to do it to me baby. Back then, it was hard to imagine a time when receiving oral sex would be so openly discussed on record. But the future is here, however, given it is still very much taboo, as Cartel and Beenie Man remind all that the speed limit for sex is 68. For other that comes 69.
Okay. And recently too, Missy Elliott It have a song where get very popular in Jamaica and
Yeah.
now still popular. About lick it. Lick it and you know.
Remember the tune that Get High?
Yeah.
Get High?
Yeah.
It couldn't play for radio, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you now, this is serious because watch you now. Oral sex is taboo in Jamaica. And it was made, you see, that's how the popularity how people promote things, you know. People feel them a fight against things. Yeah, people feel them a fight against something, but them really have, alright. So the DJ them come and them talk about oral sex and man for dead and man for this, man. Just like what them talk about homosexuality. Now, if you talk about that, it no make, no woman, what did I look at in a funny way?
In other words, then what you say is that just like how oral sex come now,
Yeah.
be like almost
Anything. Little more the bottom man, they're going to come like anything. Yeah, that's so. So when you talk about it now, it's going to come like nothing. You know, see? Which is that's what I lead to now.
become acceptable to.
Is that going to come? Look at
Even some people who never did acceptable to before.
So you see the psychology of the thing though. You see the psychology of the thing though, because you can fight against something by living your culture. The greatest revolution, you know,
Yeah.
is to live your culture, you know. Because everything told me when you live
fight
there.
against the homosexual, then just sing song to love up your woman.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Sing song for
I
stop.
love my woman.
It's a serious thing when we think on it because look at now. You talk about oral sex to some woman or a man. Man love take it than give it, you know. You know, see nothing with taking it, you know, but then see something with giving it. You know, see. But now when man talk about it, it's like I know nothing again, you know.
And most women say them get it. And most men say them not.
So who I give it? Is that thing. This is the